Right, ladies and gentlemen, here an explanation about exercise 6 about the painter family has a prism-shaped jacuzzi in the garden. See the figure below, and they just tell us that there are 46,000 liters of water in jacuzzi. How far below the rim is the water? Now, first of all, there's a mistake in the book because it's not 46,000 liters but 4,600. So 1 0 too much. All right, so we need to calculate how far the water is below the rim. So first of all, we need to calculate the area of my base, and they already gave you the top view of my prism, and what I'm gonna do is to make an extra triangle, so from B to an angle to a corner, and then I'm gonna calculate that triangle. Why? Because that's much easier to calculate the area of my base to do 1,6 times 3,1 and then minus that triangle, and that triangle is also a half times 1,2 times 1,6. Now, well, that's equal with the first part is 4,96, and then times minus 0,96, so the area is 4 square meters. So that's the area of my base. We need to go on because we know that we have in total 4,600 liters. So 4,600 liters is exactly the same as 4,600 cubic decimeters, and that's exactly the same as 4,6 cubic meters. All right, very important, because to calculate the volume of my prism, we needed to do the area of my base times the height. But now we already know the volume because that's 4,6 cubic meters. We already know the area because that's 4, but we have no idea what the height is. Now, to calculate our height, we need to do 4,6 divide with 4. And that's 1,15 meters. Now we know the height of my prism, of my jacuzzi, was 1,2 meters. So how far below the rim is the water? If we know the height of the water is 1,15 meters, then you do 1,2 meters minus 1,15 meters is 0,05 meters, or that's also 5 centimeters. And that's the answer from exercise A. Then exercise B, we need to calculate the whole area of the inside of my jacuzzi. Yeah, so the jacuzzi is fully tiled with on the inside. Calculate how many square meters are tiled. So we already know the area of my base, so the bottom of my jacuzzi. Yeah, so that's 4 square meters. We do not need to calculate that again. But now we need to look at the walls of my jacuzzi. Now, if we look at line AB, this one, line AB, it has a length. So I'm just call it AB. It has a length of 1,9, but the height of 1,2 meters. So 1,9 times 1,2 is 2,28 square meters. All right, let's look at the line from A to D. It has a length of 1.6 and again a height of that wall from 1,2. So that's 1,92 square meters. And then the wall from C to D, a length from 3,1 and again a height of 1,2. And that's 3,72 square meters. Now the difficult part is the line from B to C, because we do not know that length, not yet. But we can calculate with the Pythagorean theory, because if I look at that triangle, we know that that part was 1.2, this one was 1,6, so we can calculate the length from B to C. So let me do that one. So it was A squared plus B squared is equal with C squared, so 1,2 squared plus 1,6 squared is equal with C squared, or C squared is equal with 4. So C is the square root of 4, so that's 2. So the length from B to C is 2 meters. Good to know. So the length from B to C was 2 and the height is still 1,2, so you get 2,4 square meters. So we know the area of the base, it's still 4 square meters. The wall from AB, it's 2,28. Then from AD is 1,92. Then from CD, 3,72. And then from B to C, 2,4. And we're gonna add those 5 answers. And then you get the answer 14,32 square meters. Yeah, so the difficult part with exercise B is that you need to use the Pythagorean theory before we can calculate the wall from line BC. And that was exercise 6A and exercise 6B.